Welcome to today's Crosspoint Devotion. Today I want to talk about those moments in your life when you're in trouble. When you're in those moments, and it could be a variety of things that cause those problems. It could be some struggles that you're having in your personal life. It could be some struggles that you're having with a neighbor down the street. It could be some struggles that you're having in your workplace. When you're having those struggles, how do you respond? My guess is that most of us fret and worry first. We kind of try to hold things in to ourselves, and we kind of mull everything over and try to figure out a solution in our own minds. And so that's usually our first response, is we fret and we worry. And then our second response is we may start turning to our family. We begin to share with them the burden that fills our heart or the things that are filling our mind, and we try to get their input or their advice to see what they might have to say. And most of the time, they're just trying to encourage us, and they give us some potential solutions. But unfortunately, a lot of times, our burdens and our struggles and our challenges are so deep and so internal that even though they give us some pretty good options, we can't even accept those because we just don't think they're really going to be the solution. And then occasionally, we might turn to our friends. You may have a best friend that you call when you've got a really significant problem going on. And that friend is always there to listen and encourage and even pray for you, and that's great. But I wonder how many times we really turn to God quickly when we have an issue that we need Him to help us with. My fear is that we wait and turn to God last, and that's why I love Psalm 70. If you'll have your Bible when you get a chance and go back and read the entire psalm, it's only about 5 verses, and it's not going to take you more than about a minute to read. But what I love about Psalm 70 is the psalmist, who's identified as David. David realizes that he needs God's help, and he needs it now, and he needs it quick. And this is how the psalm begins. It's verse 1. God, hurry to rescue me. Lord, hurry to help me. I love how David realizes his main help and his main deliverance is always going to come from God. And he doesn't seem to waste any time in this situation. He just cries out, God, I need you to hurry and help me. So what was going on in David's life? I'm not real sure. I wish I knew. Maybe when I get to heaven, I can ask David what was the precipitous thing that caused him to call out to God and say to God, please hurry, God, and come help me. We'll find out when we get there, but we do know that David was facing some opposition and some people were after him, because in verses 2 and 3 it says, let those who seek to kill me be disgraced and confounded. Let those who wish to harm me be turned back and humiliated. Let those who say, aha, aha, retreat because of their shame. Whatever was going on in David's life, this is what we know. David had some enemies who wanted him to die. And they were after David, and they were making fun of David, and they were humiliating David. And what does David do? He calls out to God, as I said in verse 1, God, hurry to rescue me. Lord, hurry to help me. And then at the end of the psalm, David reaffirms his confidence in God's deliverance. It says in verses 4 and 5, let all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. Let those who love your salvation continually say, God is great. I am oppressed and needy. Hurry to me, God, but you are my help and deliverer. Lord, do not delay. Today I want to encourage you, whatever you're facing, whatever the issue may be, I want to encourage you to call out to God and say just like David in verse 1, God, hurry to rescue me. Lord, hurry to help me. And you can be assured God is great and He's going to come and be your deliverer. Well, I hope that'll encourage you today. And we hope you'll come back and join us for the next Crosspoint Devotion.